Good morning. Today we're in Lorton at Mason Neck State Park. I've been here once before, many years ago when we were doing the Star Spangled Banner Geo Trail, and Harper was just a tiny little, I don't even know, 9-month-old, I think. I don't even think she was that old. 4-month-old. 4-month-old. And we came here early one Saturday morning. It doesn't look familiar. I don't remember anything. But this is Mason Neck. I think this is land once owned by George Mason, who, there's George Mason University, of course. And George Mason was one of the founding fathers. He refused to ratify the Constitution because it didn't have a Bill of Rights. He also wanted to end the international slave trade, which is curious because he owned over 150 people. The only person who owned more slaves than him at the time was George Washington, according to the thing I read last night, which could be true, could not be true, who knows? There's so much misinformation and disinformation and silly stuff out there. But that's what I read last night, that he was second only to George Washington in the amount of slaves owned. And Gunston Hall is right up the road. I passed it on the way in, and they are getting ready to have some kind of event, and they're putting up the Union Jacks in front of the driveway. That seems odd, doesn't it, for someone who, I believe he also signed the Declaration of Independence. And then putting up Union Jacks in front of his house? What kind of traitorous crap is this? Anyway, we're going to go head up in the visitor center. It's raining, so I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to do today. But I can already see some great views of the Potomac from the visitor center, and we'll see what else we can get into. Cool.
I can press it.
Yeah, you can press it. That's it. It's like a quiz button.
Dad, I found a suitcase.
I don't think so, buddy. Huh?
Dad, I found it.
Hunt gun. Huh. What do you think, bud? No. There's a view from the back porch at the visitor center. Pretty rad. We're on the Osprey Trail. I think that's what it's called. It's nice paved, not level, but whatever. I wonder if they have that track chair here. Very nice. Can't remember where I went when we came with Harper 15 years ago. What are you doing? Oh, look at all the birds and ducks and stuff. What do you think? Is this a nice spot? Is this a nice spot, buddy? Hello?
Yes.
This was a nice little accessible hike to a nice little overlook. Nice paved trail. Not the most level thing, but pretty good though. Good though. Where are you going?
right here. Come and get me. Come out. Don't be scared.
Where is he? Where does he live?
I don't see him. Only I see his leaves.
Oh, you see his leaves? You don't see that Bigfoot?
Nope.
You don't see that Sasquatch? What was that?
Who's there?
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
What's
I hear claw marks.
Claw marks?
Look.
Oh no.
This must be a Bigfoot.
You think it's a Bigfoot?
Or a Sasquatch.
Or a Sasquatch? What's the difference?
Can we step in it
No.
and see if I know?
No.
Don't be scared.
Okay, I won't be scared.
Remember the dad something out the window
Uh-huh.
and grabbing the Sasquatch down.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you do it.
What?
Can you come out window and do it?
I'm not going to jump out of a window and grab a Sasquatch.
You did last time.
I did it last time?
So please can do it.
Oh, okay.
Bigfoot!
Big eagle statue out in front of the visitor center. Pretty rad. Lots of birds here. Just saw these yellow birds. Pretty neat. Tiny yellow birds flying around. I wish I knew what kind of birds they were. So we drove around. Here's another big picnic area. And then I think there's a trail down to the beach that way. But like I said, it's kind of rainy. And we don't really feel like hiking in the rain. But there's a lot of people here. This is a pretty nice park, especially if you're looking for birds. Seems like, according to the plaque I read over there by the flagpole, that part of the reason they preserved it is because of the bald eagles that nest here. We didn't see any bald eagles. But we're on our way to Leesylvania now, so about to get to it. So here's the thing I noticed. I don't know why my audio didn't record when I was filming this, but it didn't. So I'm doing this voiceover thing. So here's the thing. Driving into Mason Neck is so different than driving on 95. 95, you've got all of this crazy traffic and just insanity happening everywhere you look. There's cityscapes, there's a parking area right there, and there's a trail right there. Ooh. And you make that turn to come down this way, and first thing you see are all these fields, and therefore horses. And then you make the turn into Mason Neck, and it's this indescribably dense forest, and it's so much different than the insanity that you left behind on 95. It is a night and day difference between the two, and I much prefer Mason Neck over 95. No doubt. So we made it to Leesylvania.
We made it. We can see the playground.
We're getting ready to go in the visitor center.
And we can see a playground there.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see if they have a playground. We don't know. We're going to find out, right?
Right.
All right, let's go. Ready?
Ready.
Let's do this.
And we need yellows here.
There's a cannon here. Yeah, damn it. Might shoot at us. What do you think?
It's not real.
I think it's real. Ish. Real-ish. Chalkboard. You can duck or you can jump.
I think duck.
You think duck?
Ow.
Oh. You're doing it, man. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Can I do it now?
Huh?
Can I do it?
What?
Can I do so today?
No, you can't do it solo today.
Oh,
You're going to do it in
really?
your class next week.
Oh,
What do you think? Yeah, you can look at stuff. with the magnifying glass.
What I can see you.
Ooh, your eye is so big. There's a otter up there. Turkeys, some owls. Did you see the owls?
Queens. And with pencils.
Yeah, if you want to color these pictures.
Yeah.
And look at this. It's all coming together. There's Matildaville. That's where Great Falls is. And Mason Neck, where we just were, in Gunston Hall. And then way down here, Leesylvania, where we are now. The dogwood. Nice picnic area. There's a playground over here, but everything is wet. Emmett's headed for the playground. He doesn't care about anything else. He just wants to play. Water there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. You can walk out here and look in this little pond for like water bugs and stuff. And there's leeches in there. Ooh, scary leeches. What do you think about that, Em? You don't want to get those leeches on you, huh?
Stupid bee.
Stupid bee? There are no bees out today.
And why did it in my ear?
The bee is in your ear.
I want to go on beach.
Yeah, let's go down this way.
Beach, beach, beach.
Beach, beach, beach. I see the beach. I see the beach, Miss Moneypenny. I see the beach.
Wow.
Do not jump in the puddles.
Can I have enough for now water?
Huh?
While I go down.
Well, you gotta be careful.
No.
An iron pulley wheel is found buried here. I think it pulled boats or nets from the river. Ooh, that wind is kicking, huh?
I want to go in car.
Yeah, we're going to the car. Ooh, and it's getting chilly. Up that way. The playground is all taped off, and Emmett's disappointed that he couldn't go play on the playground. They have a playground, a really nice picnic area, visitor center, boat launch. The boat launch is fantastic. We'll go there in just a minute. The beach you can play on. Apparently back before this was the park that it is, it was like there was a ship parked out there called the Freestone, and because it was in the water, which is technically Maryland, it was for gambling, and they had slot machines and everything on the ship, kind of like Colonial Beach, right? And before that, of course, it was a plantation owned by the Lee family, and Henry Lee, right? Light Horse Harry. There's too many Light Horse Harrys, right? There's too many Lees. The Virginia and the Lees. But the Lee that gave the speech first in Washington's eulogy, right? First in the hearts of his countrymen. He was born here at the Leesylvania plantation. Many, many years ago. Here's the grave of Henry Lee. Like I said, that's the this is who gave the eulogy at Washington's funeral. First in the hearts of the countrymen speech. Right? I'm gonna guess that the casino ship used to sit out here.
It's not me.
That's a cool little boat thing. So the boat ramp. Somebody getting ready to put their boat in the water. That's like if you have your boat in the water, that's so you can get on your boat. Look how it's rocking and rolling, man. Oh, look at the duckies. Look at the ducks.
Oh no.
What do you think the ducks are
Maybe
thinking?
what happened at fall?
Huh?
What happened at fall?
Well, you don't go down there. Unless you got a boat down there.
And this is not be bad.
You have a boat down there?
And this would never be scary.
No. It's the park store. Go fill up your boat with the gas. Go get some snacks, some stuff. It's not open yet. I don't know when it opens. It's not open right now. Emma Quinn. What do you think?
Why is there a whip here?
This turn was pretty awesome. Here. That's the train bridge. I probably have video from this train bridge from when I took Amtrak up to the Deftones show. I wish there was somewhere we could park and just come look at it. But there's no parking. And I think this is the Potomac Heritage National Scenic Trail or something like that. It's right here. It runs alongside this road. And then off somewhere. That'd be a fun hike. We should do it. Yes, we should do it. Pretty cool. So we made it to Widewater.
We meet and we see a playground.
It might be the smallest state park I've been to yet. I don't know, unless I saw some pictures of this thing on the river, this boardwalk along the river or in the river. So this is definitely not what I was picturing in my head. I don't know. First time I've ever been here. So let's go find out what the dealio is.
Deal is it.
Right, Em?
Right.
Emmett's happy because the playground's open. Bonus!
And after that we get Corsia.
So we just left the visitor center, which is up there. And we walk down this trail to a long pond. And look at all the bricks. What's up with that? That's a weird way to prevent erosion. Please don't get near the edge, Em. I don't need you neck deep in mud.
It's not mud, it's sand.
Oh, well, it's kind of muddy sand.
You're being dramatic.
I'm being dramatic.
Yeah. You don't want me to step in muddy?
I'm sure I don't want you to step in the muddy.
Okay, say yes.
Say no. Change the shoreline here now. This black soil. To the bricks. And that's going to do it for today. So Widewater, it's one of the newest parks, and they have a great new visitor center. They just don't have a lot of stuff, right? I mean, they have a boat ramp. And I thought I filmed the boat ramp, but I guess not. Anyway, they have a boat ramp, and you can put boats in and whatever else. And there's a few trails here and there. That was the Potomac. The long pond is up on the other side of the park. So that trail we took, wandered along the bank of the river, and then cut back towards the gatehouse. It was all right. I mean, it'll be interesting to see where Widewater goes from here. But yeah, pretty nice. My favorite of the day, probably Leesylvania. Mason Neck is beautiful and everything, but I mean, Leesylvania, just the layers of history that are there is kind of interesting, especially the casino boat, and they had like this. They wanted to make it like a resort, and I guess it kind of was. Like they had beaches and everything there for people. But yeah, that's really, I've never even heard of it before. Well, heard of the, whatever they call it, the SS Freestone. And I mean, what? Never heard this story before, so that was great. But yeah, that was a fun day running 3 state parks. Knocked out 3 state parks. Knocked out all the parks along 95, so I don't have to do that anymore. And yeah, I got another pin. Looks like a backpack. Look at that. I can do things the easy way, or I can do things the hard way. I tend to choose the hard way. See, look at that. It's like a backpack. Isn't that awesome? That's for 10 parks. 30 something to go. I don't think I'm finishing it in a year, but maybe 2 years. But we're getting there. Every weekend we go and knock out some more, and well, I can't say every weekend we go, but I try and go knock out some on the weekends, and we're getting there. So anyway, thanks for coming along. Appreciate you watching, really do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's how other people find out about the channel, and see you on the next one. See ya.